Well, right now, first off, the big beautiful bill was just passed last year, and it's kicking in now, right? It's kicking in now.
Deep fat fried.
This has got to be like the most ill-advised idea for Dave Rubin ever. I mean, look, I'm not act like I'm some master debater, but Dave Rubin has got to be one of the dumbest fucking people in the world. I mean, pundit or not, talking head or not, and to think this is a good idea to go 20v1. This guy never should have done this in his wildest fucking dreams. Like, I know he's desperate for attention, but this ain't the way, man. This ain't the way, Dave.
Yeah.
To celebrate Pride, Jubilee runs a train on Dave Rubin.
I like
For
that.
comedy purposes, I hope Dave never loses the confidence to debate.
Me as well.
Jeez.
Dude, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, that's pretty roasted.
I mean, we're not. I mean,
No, obviously we're not going to.
Is there like special moments, or is it just all?
There's chapters you can skip to.
Yeah, but like,
I mean, I mean, dude, it's Dave Rubin. You think he's gonna he's gonna be shining in one part of this or not?
no.
I mean, he's not. Just skip around.
Claim one: wokeism did more. What is it? Harm than good, or something? Probably. Whatever. We'll get to it. Here we go.
Is that wokeism did more damage to America than Trump ever did.
All right, if you would like to debate this claim, please get to the center in 3, 2, 1.
He's quick. He's quick.
Yes, I am.
He's quick. He's quick. He's quick. He's quick. All right.
So I find it interesting that you think wokeism has done so much damage to America as opposed to Donald Trump. Wokeism did not kick 17 million Americans off of their health insurance through Medicaid. Wokeism didn't start a disastrous war with Iran that has now led to inflation outpacing wage growth. Wokeism hasn't ripped up institutions or attempted even to destroy free speech, even by your standards, because Ronald Reagan appointed judge ruled that the Trump administration was violating the First Amendment by attempting to deport, arrest, and detain students and faculty members on college campuses for protesting for Palestine. Wokeism, to me, it doesn't even have remotely as disastrous as a track record as Donald Trump.
Well, how would you define wokeism? I guess we should start with that.
I think wokeism is a pejorative term that's used to describe left-wing cultural politics.
Right. And what do you think left-wing cultural politics are?
I'd say left-wing cultural politics include just the broad attitudes towards social justice, especially for minority groups that have faced persecution in various ways.
Okay, so I think the simplest way to define wokeism is basically collectivism on steroids, and usually
Is that the bit?
Wow.
Okay.
as it applies to race.
So there couldn't be.
So
There couldn't be like
Collectivism
right-wing wokeism.
on steroids.
Well,
So-
make an argument against free health care. Well, how I define free health care is basically neutering every human being on the planet and then forcing them to eat their own shit until they die. So,
Do you support that?
you know, it's like, what? Dumb fuck?
and gender, meaning that you should be judged based on the color. You actually should be judged based on the color of your skin and your sexuality and your gender and a whole bunch of immutable characteristics. And depending on where those fall on the left's kind of hierarchy of importance, that's kind of how you can parse out where people should be and how important their ideas are.
So even assuming your characterization to be an accurate characterization, which I don't necessarily take,
Right,
can you
we're
give me-
gonna
can you
ha-
give
we're
me-
gonna have a lot of
can
trouble
you-
getting
can
to
you
a fair
actually
agreement
demonstrate
on
that
wokeism.
wokeism has, for example, skyrocketed inflation to outpace wage growth the way that Donald Trump's war of aggression on Iran has done? Can you demonstrate that wokeism has violated the First Amendment by arresting students and faculty members on college campuses?
Okay, well, yes, I can. So let's start. Well, first off, the disastrous war, the quote-unquote disastrous war that you're talking about. You're talking about a 40-day military operation that stopped an apocalyptic regime.
A 40-day military operation.
Simple 40 days and it'll all be sewed up.
An excursion, you might call it.
40 days so far.
It is an operation, gentlemen. It is not a war, as you say. You see?
I guess we're all just hallucinating that fucking prices have gone up on consumer goods then, right?
Oh, yeah, we are.
I mean, tariffs. I mean, pick a Donald Trump policy that has by and large been beneficial to the most of the population.
Well, look, though, Scotty, I hear you. But on the other hand, I was watching a movie the other day and there was a fucking dyke in it.
So
Look, they're making that new Odyssey movie and Helen of Troy black,
yeah,
and I don't like that.
and I don't like that decision, and so therefore, fucking
Destroy America.
worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd gladly pay fucking higher gas prices for fucking less blacks and lesbos in my movies.
Yeah, less health care.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, why? Look, kids don't need to eat. Kick them off food stamps, kick them off Medicaid. Yeah, fund the military more is exactly what I want. That sounds good. Tariffs, higher inflation, higher interest rates. Let's see, what else? Let's see, more people losing their houses, more people hungry than ever. Yeah, I love it. Wokeism, but wokeism doesn't destroy this country. Not Donald Trump. He done a
Sorry,
great job.
past day 60, by the way. It's not 40. Yeah. Well, whatever. It's Dave Rubin. What do you want?
It's Rave Dubin, dude. He's an idiot.
From getting a nuclear bomb
So-
and exporting terrorism throughout the world, and we're now in an economic embargo of them, right? We've basically done a blockade
Wow,
of
so
the
you want to
Strait of
use
Hormuz. So
Iran?
We have done a blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. That's us.
Yeah.
We control the Strait.
Yeah, Donald Trump and his disastrous policy of not just Iran. We'll do the same thing. We'll make an even bigger blockade. We control
Dude,
the
I was
strait.
about to say something like Dave Rubin 20 years ago would fucking kill himself if he knew he was going to turn into this Rave Dubin, but I know that's not true because he has no center. He has no soul, so...
But yet again, on this issue,
Yeah, you can say that about a dude like Bill Maher, maybe. You can't really say it about him.
Dude, Trump created this issue. We've talked about this on the show ad nauseum. So this is Trump owns this, dude. It's not Trump's now saving the day. Trump caused the problem to begin with. So Trump fixed even if Trump's strategy played out perfectly, it'd still be a problem of his own making.
Yeah.
to say it's a disastrous war.
We've done
It
a
is
we
block.
did
disastrous.
lose. Hang on. We did lose 13. We did lose 13 of our soldiers, and that is
And killed over
terrible.
200 children.
But things happen in war, right?
yeah,
Things.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, things do happen. in war. Wait, you can laugh.
Look, to make an omelet, a few eggs must be broken. If a few children must be recklessly slaughtered by AI, who is to say it is wrong?
Things happen in war.
So, Dave,
So true.
Someone drops a bomb in your house, and people just went, well, things happen in war, Dave. It happened.
He'd feel the same.
He'd feel the same. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. If well, I was going to say his loved ones, but he probably doesn't love anybody, so whatever.
Hold on. Listen, you
wait, no,
want to talk?
I
or
know,
no?
I agree. I
No.
agree, but that's why war should be a last option.
war is the last.
If Donald Trump wanted to prevent the Islamic Republic of Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon, he could have just stuck with the Iran nuclear deal that he ripped up.
No, and
Iran
hold
did
on.
not. Iran did not enrich
Yes, he
past
could
the
have.
two.
What? What do you mean, Dave? No, he couldn't have.
No.
No. Couldn't have.
He threw away years of diplomacy like a child. In a toy,
God,
like, it was given a toy he didn't like, so he discarded it like a child would and go, yeah, I like it.
The
Hold on,
3.67.
Chip. Hold on,
Wait,
hold
they
on.
didn't
You
enrich
remember-
past the 3.7%
Well, that's not
agreed
true.
upon
They-
in the
no,
JCPOA.
no.
They only got to 60% after Donald Trump
God.
left that
Yeah.
deal and then
Yeah.
started doing aggressive
I
actions.
must
So
say,
Trump caused the problem. Thank you.
I'm impressed with your talking points. You got impressive talking points, and you memorized.
Right.
Well, thanks.
Maybe,
because
look,
he actually took the debate seriously, unlike you.
yeah, Dave, look, maybe when you're going to go fucking debate like 20 fucking different people, you should actually also have your talking points memorized. Either that or just fucking realize, like, hey,
I'm a
I'm not
dumbass.
up to this. I'm not going to do well in this fucking environment. I should say no to this gig. Because you probably should have. Because when your fucking big reputation of the first guy that lays some facts on your ass is like, oh, I'm very impressed with your talking point. You obviously memorized a lot of stuff. Yeah, he did, because he was coming to a fucking debate.
Yeah,
What
of
did you
course-
expect him to do?
Of course, Dave Rubin thinks that's a dig. You came well prepared and know a lot of facts like a retard. It's like, that's what you should have done.
Do you, I mean, like, these people know they're about to fucking get a little platform on a fucking, a big 10.8 million subscriber channel against a known fucking guy. You don't think they're going to come with some fucking shit? You don't think they're going to have some talking points in their pockets ready to trip your ass up? You didn't fucking factor that into your equation?
He's too stupid to do that.
Okay.
them well. They're not correct, but I am impressed.
Okay,
First
fact
off,
check that one.
first off, the Iranians admitted in the negotiations right before the war started that they were enriching past what they were allowed to. That's number one. Number two, you also have to go on the assumption. You also have to go. Hold on.
wait,
Hold
'cause
on.
we
Hold
let's
on.
take
You
one
also
point
have.
at a time.
You
Just
also.
responding to your previous
You also
point.
have to go on the assumption or acceptance that can you agree or verify their claims? It's one thing to say, oh, this is what we're doing. This is what.
Oh, wow, Dave Rubin lied. Well, that's why he wanted to stop me. He's like, that's not true. Like, yeah, the cap he's talking about happened afterwards. Yeah, when the agreement was withdrawn.
No one told me there would be fact checks. Wait a minute.
That's fake news.
We are agreed to, etc. But you.
Fake news, TJ. That never happened.
They're not even talking about wokeism at this point, by the way. They're talking about fucking Iran. Which is fine, I guess. But so I did want to remind you guys of our goals real quick. 250 kick subs. Me and Scotty and Paul going to do a drunken episode where it's TJ versus Scotty. Drunk versus drunk. I don't know exactly what are we versus? What's the versus? What is the competition?
I think we'll have to figure out the competition. I'm gonna MC it. That's what I'll do. Whatever the competition is, I'll make sure that I keep the points right, and I keep the competition moving.
And
but
when we started the show, we
you know what
had.
I think it
Sorry,
should
go
be.
ahead.
You know what I think it should be?
What?
A series of graduating quizzes, like general knowledge quizzes,
Interesting.
I'm gonna crush TJ.
pop culture quizzes.
Movies,
You know.
music. I mean, we can go any category you want. Any category
Yeah.
you want.
Tit for
TJ.
tat. Tit for tat.
I think we should have multiples. I think we
That's
should
fine.
have, like different quizzes.
And we got to get drunker and drunker as we go.
Exactly. And we got to find out who the best drunk bullshitter is.
Cool.
Hello, human. I'm Nug. You will subscribe and become a Pessimist Productions patron.
And become a free member on Kick to enjoy live streams of Deep Fat Fried every week, deep dives every Saturday,
Or other shows such as Hey Paul, what you watching? Backseat Gaming, Ideology, Commentaries,
mega shows every month.
and more. Click the link. Feed.
The idea that we have people on the ground or the UN or some third-party organization that can verify what they're actually doing with underground nuclear sites and a whole bunch of other things is I would say, quite a leap of
Can I
faith,
respond
right?
to
You
that?
want to trust but verify.
Can I respond to that?
Sure.
So the IAEA and U.S. intelligence said that Iran did not.
Let's see how Dave is doing a little further in the debate.
I'm sure he's doing well.
What's this? Claim 2.
That's gonna claim too.
Let's see what claim
Poorly.
2 is.
My next surrounded claim is if you still vote for Democrats in 2026, you're voting for broken cities, broken schools, and broken borders.
If you would like to debate this claim, get to the chair in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, how are you, Santana?
So, can you explain a little bit about what you mean broken cities, broken schools, broken borders?
Sure. Well, broken cities, you can boil it down.
Cities full of people that are like your general sort of
the shade that you are.
like, when you look down at your skin, right, and you see this brownish shade, right?
Them. You know what I mean? When you look like them.
When there's a bunch of them, not you specifically.
Yeah,
when there's a bunch of people
present
who look
company.
sort of like
You seem like one of the nice
You know.
ones, but the evil ones that live in cities and commit all the crimes.
So when I say broken cities, what I'm talking about is when you see like a lot of them and not so many of this, and there's a lot of that, a lot of what you got, not a lot of what I got,
Bad.
broken city. That's basically what we're talking about here.
Down to crime and drug use. And I can tell you, having been here in Los Angeles for the last 36 hours, I have seen more homeless people, more drug use.
By the way, when a conservative says the words homeless, drug use, or crime, they mean what they mean to say is black.
Yeah.
Yep. It's funny is that they overlook all these red states and they act like those are all utopians. Okay, like so. I'll give you an example. State I lived most of my life, Louisiana, most violent state in America, most murders per capita. It's fucking insane, dude. But a great place to live, right? Drug overdoses, states like Ohio, a lot of Midwestern states, red states. the most opioid deaths you can imagine. So this idea that, well, it's all these blue cities all got all these problems, but these red areas are all good. These red areas are some of the most impoverished parts of America.
The difference,
some of the most despair in America, some of the most drug overdoses in America.
When it comes to the homelessness thing, it's like these people, they overlook the homeless in their own communities because they're scattered around. You know, but when it's in a big city, the homeless are more conglomerated, so they see it more. So then you go, this problem's only there. Because in my small shithole town, we only have that one homeless dude that wanders around. He's crazy.
Homelessness, and I was looking red states. I mean, it doesn't, according to Dave Rubin, that shit don't exist in these broken places. Okay, homeless. Okay, so let's see here. You can keep playing. I'm looking.
Urban decay than I've seen in the last 5 years combined living in Florida.
Florida?
Yeah. In terms of schools, it's basically brainwashing kids and teaching them what to think instead of teaching them how to think. And then what was the third one in terms of, borders is the easiest one. I mean, under the Biden administration, we let in somewhere, we don't even know what the actual number is, but somewhere between 16 to 20 million.
That's another Republican code word. When they say immigration or borders, they mean black and brown people.
Yeah.
Also.
Pretty much everything they say is a code word for that.
Not everything. But when they say low economic status, when they say poor, when they say crime, drugs, homeless, immigration, migrant, they just mean brown. Like they could really just clean up their language and make it a whole lot easier to understand their platform if they said the word brown, but they're kind of trying to obfuscate the platform, right?
Well, yeah, because they want to trick some people who are those colors into still voting for them.
Right.
Eagles. If Donald Trump did quite literally nothing else in his presidency, just getting control.
Fact check. During Biden's presidency, Border Patrol logged roughly 7-8 million encounters at the southern border with an estimated 1.1 to 1.5 million getaways. Pew's 2021 to 2024 estimates show the total undocumented population rising from about 10.5 million to around 14 million, an increase of only a few million so far, far below claims of 16 to 20 million new undocumented immigrants.
Well, so what research I'm saying is, number one is that it's just the visibility. It's like what Dave was talking about. The exception being Florida. I guess Florida has more homeless people for the red states. Red states rely heavily on managed indoor shelters rather than permitting large-scale, unregulated public encampments. Campments in major conservative districts frequently enforce strict anti-vagrancy and public camping laws. For example, Texas enacted a statewide ban on camping in public spaces, enforcing penalties for unhoused individuals who refuse to utilize available shelter beds. So basically,
they swept the problem under the rug and act like it was solved.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah.
So really, what I was reading was that homelessness just touches every community. It's from coast to coast, it's everywhere. There are more places where it's more visible, but in these conservative districts, like in areas, it's like you're basically just like there's no problem. Either you go in the shelter, or you leave. That's it. Otherwise, you're going to jail.
We'll give you a nice home. Prison.
Control of the border, I would say, would be good enough because you don't have a country if you don't know who is in it.
Okay. All three of your claims are wrong. Pick which one you want to be proved wrong on.
Let's do border.
Okay. I like that guy.
Okay, borders.
Oh, your shit's wrong, bitch. Fuck you. Which one you want me to prove you wrong on, motherfucker?
Fair
I
enough.
love it.
Perfect.
Okay.
Donald Trump is absolutely the worst president on the border. First and foremost, you can talk about the Langford bill, which was a piece of legislation which would have strengthened our borders, but Donald Trump had that legislation shot down. He
wait. So were the borders open under Obama?
No.
Or under Biden? Let's try that. The borders were not open.
What piece of legislation
we did not
that he passed to open the
both
borders?
Obama and Biden deported tons of people.
How do you open the borders without legislation?
You just let people through, which is exactly what we're doing.
There was no one standing at the borders. Everybody just come right in.
In many cases, yes, actually. In many cases, they were quite literally moving barbed wire fence.
Where did you get this information?
Up his ass. His boyfriend found it when he was probing his fucking asshole.
I mean, people. Yeah, did people go? Have people illegally come into America?
The best ownage of this video is at 44:30.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Thanks for the tip.
I'll go take a look at that.
44:30, he says. All right, let's see what happens there.
Let's go a little bit before, just to maybe get this set up.
Get a little context in there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Be more.
I'd be a good teacher anyway.
Yeah,
I promise.
Okay,
you.
we got to pause there.
That's
we got to
fine,
pause there. You've been voted out by the majority.
Thank you.
Nice to meet
you.
Hi, how are you?
All right, good. What is one main metric that Donald Trump has made better off
Some of
since
these
he got in office?
cucks don't even try.
I know. Well, not everyone. A lot of them probably have their own little pet thing they want to talk about.
Oh, gotcha.
Because it's different topics, so maybe they're waiting for the topic
that is true. Yeah,
they feel like they're stronger in to come up, so they can look more impressive.
All right, fair enough.
Let's see what this guy say.
What is one main metric that Donald Trump has made better off since he got in office? So like an example would be GDP, unemployment, inflation, etc.
Well, right now, first off, the big beautiful bill was just passed last year, and it's kicking in now. Right? It's kicking in now. Okay.
Look,
so
we're going. We passed this great tax reform, which gave more tax to the wealthy and cut social services to the poor. And once that kicks in, paradise.
Oh, nice.
To now see results of that, like even the tariffs. All right, so let's do tariffs. Are you
tariffs
for or
have been a
against
fucking
tariffs?
disaster.
Against the universal tariff. So what's the main metric that he made better off?
What?
What's the main
tariffs
metric
have
that he made
increased
better off?
interest
GDP,
rates
unemployment.
because they've kept them high because inflation is high, Dave. So you're gonna go to tariffs? Your fucking pivot is fucking tariffs. You're a retard.
Employment, inflation. Do you have any idea?
No, he does. He knows nothing about economics. He's a fucking simpleton.
That little look.
Because he knows Dave is fucking cooked, dude. Dave doesn't know shit. He's a fucking idiot.
Dave was cooked before his ass ever even sat down in the fucking chair.
Dude, it's like, you preheat a grill, you're gonna throw a steak or something on it or whatever you fucking cook, and it's like, and you just have this sizzle. The minute he sat down in the chair, it was already preheated.
I mean, imagine the fucking hubris of this fucking guy. They call him up. Hey, Dave Rubin, the worst and most ineffectual pundit in existence. We would like you to debate a rotating cast of 20 hungry fucking debate lords that are chomping at the bit to get a piece of your ass so that they can become virally famous. What do you say?
No.
The correct answer, Dave, was fuck no, I'm not doing that.
Well, hold on.
Imbecile.
What if the invite came with a we're also going to pay you a nice fat lump and
probably not worth it for him.
You don't think?
Yeah, Dave's already rich, dude. He's a grifter.
There's no publicity that's bad publicity type of shit apply here?
Yes, it does.
To some extent, it does.
Yeah, it keeps Dave Rubin relevant. Yeah,
if you are
we're talking about him.
Let's say if you're famous for having the world's biggest dick or something. Okay. I got the biggest dick, but no one's ever seen it. You just I've verified it. And then they we want you to come to a big dick contest. And in real life, your dick is fucking mid.
It's mid.
And you show up at that contest. No, that's not good publicity. You know what I mean? Like, if you show up as I am this intelligent conservative pundit, and I will defeat all comers in debate, and then you just lose debate after debate after debate after debate. No, that's not really great for your fucking brand.
Yeah.
But, whatever. He's a retard, and so is anyone who watches him, so it's fine. It's really not going to hurt him, I guess.
I mean, you're right. You're not wrong.
So I guess, yeah, take the money, I guess, Dave. Take the money, take
I have
the
a hard
paddling.
time believing anyone actually genuinely watches Dave Rubin, but, I guess it's possible.
This is probably the most that I've ever watched him for a while.
Listen,
I don't think you do.
Do you think? Hold on. So you're arguing that things economically were better under Joe Biden
At the end of his administration, absolutely.
Yeah. So can you give me an example of how?
Yeah, GDP growth was better off. Real median wage growth was better off. Inflation was better off at the end of his administration. Unemployment was better off at the end of his administration. We had the worst year of job growth in the past 4 years, just this last year under Trump's administration. The inflation, 3.8% year over year since Trump got in office. We're seeing all of those economic...
Oh my God! Look at his fucking
face.
You do.
Can you give me one example?
So
I gotta see this
you're
face
arguing
again.
that thing
3.8% year over year since Trump got in office.
Deep fucking fried Dave Rubin's ass.
Look at him.
Oh my
Look
God,
at his ass.
dude.
Oh God.
Let me eat my
It's too
bottom lip.
much. It's too fucking much.
Let me eat my bottom lip and I'll get out of this.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk
Because
with
he knows
you
can't economically defend Trump because Trump's second term has been a fucking utter disaster.
Why?
Dude.
Dave. And Dave, you teed him up for it.
Can you
name
It's
he handed it to him.
name ways we're better off? Like he's not gonna have anything?
Dave Rubin should have pivoted to any fucking. See, this is where preparing comes in handy, right?
Jesus.
he pivots back. Well, you know what? Who had the highest inflation in the last 50 years? Joe Biden, right? 8.8%. This, like he comes back with his own facts. Trump's cutting taxes. Trump's doing this. The economy is booming. We have the stock market is going through the roof. He has all these economic talking points that at least sound like he's making a counter argument. But Dave just teased this guy up to get fucking squashed.
It's like, hey, well, name some ways then. It's like, okay, this, and this.
Well, Dave presented nothing himself because Dave's got nothing. Dave doesn't know any of these facts.
Let's see how he gets. I was going to say but let's see how he gets deeper into this one.
Right.
We're seeing all of those economic indicators become worse off. Can you tell me anything that he's done to make it better off? You say it's broken for Democrats. It sounds like it's broken right now under Trump.
Have you looked at the stock market?
There you go.
Okay.
You're like, how about that stock market?
Finally, he has at least. I mean, it's not a great counterpoint, but at least he has something now, right? Well, the stock market's booming for rich people.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. What about that, you little lib cuck bitch?
It's worse off in terms of growth in 2025 as compared to 2024. If you look at
Oops.
But it's an all-time high.
But it's good.
Whoopsie daisy.
at Dow Jones and S&P 500.
They're both.
This is the problem, Dave. You're a normie bitch, and you're arguing against fucking debate lord autist fucking motherfuckers that love this shit.
This guy
Adore
is
it.
taking one. I've read all philosophical treatises debate own after another, after another, after another, after another. It's like that moment condensed, but like it spread out amongst an entire hour and a half long fucking debate where every question you just get gigamogged by somebody like a third your age sitting across from you. It's fucked, dude.
This is brutal, dude. This is a brutal beatdown.
Do not ever, if you get the sense for a second, like that you're debating against one of these fucking autistic numbers, policy wonk guys, you
take it there.
Never get in the weeds with that shit with them. Because they have an encyclopedic mind for that shit at all times. Dave, if you fucking had a scintilla of fucking goddamn sense in your head, well, you would have said no to this. But right now, you would be fucking obfuscating. You would be bringing up fucking emotional points against his hard numbers. Because then at least the people who think like that, instead of the numbers people, would be like, yeah, Dave's right. But you're too stupid to do that. You're trying to fucking win a fucking statistics debate with a fucking guy
with an autist, dude,
who's fucking got a compendium in his head about it, and you're just like, well, the stock market doing good though,
and not to mention he has nothing like. Okay, you rattle back. What about homelessness in these big liberal cities? That's 80% higher than the rest of the country. Like you have some facts to come back with, something, anything. It's like you want to throw Dave a fucking like a life preserver. Like, here you go, Dave. Something. It's so bad you want to help Dave. That's how bad he's doing. Is that you want to be like, here's a book, here's some facts, Dave. Read something, know something.
You're not going to be a fact rattler on fucking facts, bro.
No, he's fighting at a disadvantage. As a debate strategy, this is just terrible. This only makes sense if you can go tit for tat with this.
This guy's sitting across from him right now. I guess his name is Parker. I don't know if he's like famous in some quadrant or whatever the fuck, but this dude clearly eats, sleeps, breathes this shit 24/7. Is obsessed with it. It's his passion. It's his love. Yeah. You know that people, like, when they start rattling it off, it's like this and this and JP this, blah, blah, blah. And I could never do that shit because I'm not interested.
No.
That's why if I got into a debate with one of these motherfuckers, I would not even attempt to engage on that level. I'd be trying to throw them off their game. I'd be using weird fucking emotional tactics and manipulation and shit.
Well, yeah, because a debate is not just the facts and the figures; it's how people feel.
Play to the crowd a little bit.
Now, this is obviously designed to be an inhospitable crowd.
Of course. But I mean, play to the crowd watching.
Yes, of course. Yeah, you think of the audience. You think of the people that are going to be on your side.
Attack the very concept of statistics. Attack the very concept of numbers. Attack the very concept of these metrics.
I mean, but the thing is,
tell fucking crazy
Dave
lies
gets-
that Biden's administration fudged the numbers and Trump's numbers are more honest.
yeah, Dave gets to bring the thesis though. That's the crazy part about this is like he's setting himself up with these questions. So like it's not like Dave wanted this like, all right, Dave, we're gonna throw some questions out there. You're gonna have to answer. You have to defend them. He's starting. I mean, I don't know how you fumble this bad when you have nothing but prep time, and you know exactly where the questions are going to be asked.
It's up quite a bit right now,
But lower rate,
and
lower
doing,
rate,
and
lower
doing
growth
quite
rate.
well. You know, things don't happen overnight. So Donald Trump, for example, things don't. That's true.
Guys,
that's true. There's reality.
any day
There's actual
now,
reality. Like you put policy.
Things are going to be growing like it's going to be growing like crazy.
Soon, man. Real soon.
Into place, and they don't just kick in the next day, right?
Well, it's been a year and a half.
Donald Trump said when the
He
tariff.
said in a year,
Hold on.
prices would be down
Hold on.
50% for electricity.
Hold
Are
on.
they up right now?
Hold on. Donald Trump, when he brought in the whole idea of tariffs,
Dave went to a boxing match and fed his opponent steroids, basically.
Right.
would you agree that for the last 4 decades, we have had completely lopsided trade deals with all of these countries where they're tariffing and taxing our products that go to them, and they're getting sweet deals when they sell to the American public? Do you think that's a fair?
Didn't Trump address that with the USMCA,
Yes.
but he went against that when he didn't extend it through the context of his new trade agreement because he wanted to place tariffs on all of them again. And his tariffs that he's placing on are destroying our relationships with countries all around the world.
No,
it's
well,
it's
wait,
costing.
wait,
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 please finish.
when you
Let me
say
please finish.
destroying-
Let me
when you
please
say
finish.
destroying
it's
relationships,
costing. It's costing consumers here in this country. A Federal Reserve report just came out indicated that we'd be below
Thousands.
pre-pandemic levels of inflation if Donald Trump never imposed the tariffs in the first place.
Wait, when you-
Meaning
hold
we'd be
on,
able to
hold
bring
on.
down interest rates
Hold on,
and
hold
we'd be
on.
able to increase investment within our
Hold on,
economy
so-
and bring more jobs back.
Hold on. When
Correct.
you say destroying our relationships with other countries, well, other countries were getting sweet deals, right?
Sweet deals, eh? Sweet deals.
The sweetest of deals,
If
one would say.
Canada, which was charging crazy taxes and tariffs on our products that were going to them, and we were basically charging nothing back, how can we sell to their market? So if they're upset with us, right? So China is a little upset with right now. Upset with us. We're trying to get fairer deals. Canada, obviously under Carney, is upset with us because we're trying to get fairer deals. Donald Trump is trying to reset things. We were basically the world's piggy.
Dude, no, that's not what Trump did. Trump went to he's gone to other countries and said literally like, you know how you lose the tariffs, Canada? Become part of us. And look, and part of me, that's very appealing. As we all know, I'm the guy that says take over Canada. But at the same fucking time, I recognize rationally that diplomatically that's fucking retarded. My plan to see, and I don't want to get too far afield here. My plan to take over Canada was always to deceive Canada, trick them, and then when it was too late, they were America. They're part of America. It wasn't to like show my hand, like, here's my hand, Canada. Here's how we're going to take you over. I'm not going to publicly say it to you. I'm going to trick you. I'm going to deceive you. That's how that's supposed to work, Dave. It's not supposed to be like, oh, we have a bad relationship with Canada now. It's like, and Canada's been fucking us. Like, we had trade agreements. We had NAFTA before that. We've had trade agreements with these countries. And the problem is, the reason they're pissed at us is because we keep ripping them up. So if we make an agreement, Dave, it's like, look, Dave, I don't know. I'll give you 1 brain cell, which means you'll have 2. Okay, and I go back on that. You just have the 1, and you're spinning your wheels in the mud, and you're real upset with me. You know why you're mad? 'Cause I went back on our fucking deal. And that's what the U.S. has done.
Bank for the last, it's really basically post-World War II, and Donald Trump is trying to reverse that so that we will have fairer deals. If you told me that it was just zero across the board,
No, he hasn't.
and there were no tariffs going any which way, I could completely get
Dave,
on
it's
board.
also just a stupid policy. These policies have already been tried. We tried these policies in the 1920s. In the 1930s, we had massive tariffs. It did not solve the U.S.'s economic woes. It wasn't like it wasn't a magical thing where it's like, oh, guess what, guys? Now all manufacturing's back in the U.S. You have to make massive investments. If you want to make the U.S. into an industrial economy and shift from a consumer economy to like building stuff like we used to, it would be a massive overhaul that would take generations and years. I mean, it would at least take decades. You can't just say, hey, we have tariffs now, so people are going to bring jobs back and manufacturing back to the U.S. It's not going to work like that.
But as long as countries are going to treat us unfairly, often while we foot the bill for their defense or a series of other things, and we give them foreign aid and everything else, well, then we should have equal playing field going both directions.
What better deal did he get?
What?
What better deal did he get?
What do you mean? Several countries have already come back, and we've
Name any of the conditions that made the trade better off. Give me the specifics.
No. He
You
ain't gonna do
you
that.
ain't getting that. I'd love to hear this. Let's hear
Good luck.
Let's hear what Dave has to say.
Canada. I think they had something like a 60%.
Something like, maybe around like 60.
So this was the guy's like, I heard on the street that a guy said Canada did like 60% or something.
Word on the street is.
And tariff on cheese, literally on cheese, that was being sold from America, from Wisconsin to Canada, and that basically is zero right now. That's one
Basically, so what
little
is it?
example. I think it's zero right now.
Okay, so
I
that's
think
a
it's zero
targeted
right
tariff,
now.
not a universal tariff.
Yeah.
Can you name one country that had a universal tariff on us?
I think there are several countries that
Name
did.
one.
I think there are several countries
Name
that
one.
did. Honestly, I'm not sure.
All right,
but
so fact check.
Fact check. Canada did not have a flat 60% tariff on U.S. cheese. That's now basically zero. Under USMCA, U.S. cheese gets expanded duty-free access within quotas, but Canada still applies steep over-quota tariffs of about 245% on cheese. The protection was not reduced from 60% to zero.
Yeah,
But I
just
think
like
there are several
America puts
countries that do.
tariffs
Okay, so
on
that is-
Chinese cars. You know why they do it? Because they say, well, if we have Chinese cars in America, our legacy automakers will go out of business. Every country does that. So
Dave Rubin has terrible hair for a gay man. Kyle hair mogs him.
That
Universal.
zero, that,
So then
that
why don't we
zeroed
place
out
it-
the tariffs.
so then why don't
I
we
think
place-
Argentina did, if I'm not mistaken. I think
Yeah. What is this weird part of his hair that's like, because he has this like
I don't know.
side shave, but then there's part of it that like goes in too far. You see this?
He has no style.
Like there's this weird section here. Like the side shave is uneven and it just goes further than it's supposed to. What is that?
Bro, you got me. I don't know.
So why are we
that
placing
zero.
universal?
Is that a mogging attempt? Is he trying to show his jawline or whatever?
So looking, it says no country applies a universal across-the-board tariff on all U.S. imported goods. Instead, countries utilizing varying most favored nation rates or specific product-based duties. Global tariffs on American exports generally range from near zero in nations like Singapore to specific sector restrictions. So, for example, we'll talk about China. China imposed targeted tariffs and export controls on specific American goods, including a 50% duty on U.S. origin energy products and 10 to 15% on tariffs on agricultural goods like pork, soybeans, and wheat. So, I mean, we generally have very low tariffs, and there's no other country that just goes like universal like Donald Trump has done to us.
Out the tariffs.
So then why don't we
I think
place-
Argentina did, if I'm not mistaken. I think Israel did. I think a few other countries did.
Why don't we put a proportional tariff
Yeah.
on them, the same that they put on us, so that we can negotiate that down? It doesn't seem like Trump's looking for that.
Right.
What do you mean?
Trump's-
That's
Trump's-
what? Well, that's exactly
hold on,
what
and
Trump
again,
did.
let me
No,
just
it is,
clarify.
no, it isn't. No. That's not. That's not what he did. He put He just said, and it really depended on the country. Like in China, for example, it got to 145%. These other countries, what they did was they targeted certain industries, and they said, hey, like China said, oh, China buys a lot of soy, right? They put tariffs on that, and then they bought from other countries. We could do the same thing to them. That's what this guy is saying. Like, you reciprocate where these countries do that. When countries actually do use tariffs as a negotiating tool or to give themselves an unfair advantage, that's what you would do.
Well, traditionally, when tariffs became such a huge part of Trump's platform for whatever reason, you know,
To sell people on
when
the
everybody had to go
economic
when
benefit
everybody had to
of-
go look up what a fucking tariff even was, except for these political wonks who, of course, already knew. It became clear that that's typically what tariffs were used for.
Yeah, that's generally what they were used
as a negotiating tactic.
Yeah, it's like you want access to our market. Well, you know what? We're going to protect our industry. Or in these countries, like if there's a industry at home, it can be sometimes used as protectionism, right? It's like, okay, like in the U.S., we use it with cars because we know if we didn't and we started importing Chinese cars, a lot of the legacy automakers would go out of business, or they'd have to actually be competitive instead of selling $50,000 cars because suddenly you'd have $15,000 cars.
The tariffs are being paid by our consumers. So Trump, while
Correct.
trying to
Well,
get his deals, is
95%.
making inflation go up and making it worse off for you at the grocery store, worse off for you at the gas pump, worse off
do
for
you think
you
we
when
should
you're
just-
trying to buy a house.
yeah.
So
Correct.
can you, again, like you
Yeah,
could
I'm
mention
not-
before,
I'm
can you
not
name
sure
one
if you're-
metric that
I'm not
Trump's
sure-
made better off
I'm
since he
just
got in
not sure of
office?
the premise of what you're saying, because do you think we should just have free trade with everybody without any
I
penalization
thought you were
going
like
either
libertarian.
way?
Don't you want
Yeah.
free trade?
No, that's what I'm saying. So, so I think you're agreeing with me. What Donald Trump is trying
he
to
has
do
an
is
overall decreased tariffs.
He's trying.
The Supreme Court did more to decrease tariffs than he did.
It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah,
They're
you keep saying that.
negotiating these things.
Have we done anything in his office yet?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Scott Besson every day is negotiating with these other countries. You think that
I
he
think
can
the
just
negotiations are worse off with the JCPOA.
It's a problem Trump created. Dave, your argument is they haven't solved the problem they created. That's the best you've got?
That just sapped the soul out of me, this.
I mean, well, this is because Dave Rubin is fucking retarded, dude, and this shit is retarded. It's like literally the talking point is Dave has this sort of like I guess he gets to put the thesis out there, right? People throw it right back in his face, and then he's just basically just trying to carry water for Trump and like, either it takes time to solve a problem that Donald Trump's administration created. It's just like, what? Like, I just don't know why anyone will, I just can't imagine why anyone wanted to put the position to defending this shit.
Even if you're going to make that argument, you don't say shit like, well, it takes time, because that just sounds like an excuse. What you say is something like, it's part of an overall strategy that has not yet reached fruition, or something like that.
Do you
Try to come up with some intelligent sounding way to fucking
things on
put
the
it forth.
global scale happen in a matter of months or days? It takes years, decades, sometimes takes centuries.
We have not yet seen the effects of Trump's tariffs.
You know, there's ancient nations, like, look, China, one of our biggest competitors, they have a long-term strategies. We can't just expect suddenly having this massive shift for this thing to work overnight. It's going to take time.
The economy does not turn on a dime, sir. You're ridiculous.
Yeah.
And all of the problems you describe are but holdovers from the Biden administration.
Who caused every single one of these problems.
Yeah, you know, you fucking put some shit like that. Whatever. It doesn't matter. He's a retard. He's not going to do anything
No,
fucking
he's
competent.
He's fucking retarded, dude.
What's next?